Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I have a very specific message for a certain group of people. So this message is about someone having been blocked out of your life because they weren't on your frequency level. So if you have found this video and recently you've been in some kind of situation where maybe you connected with someone extremely well in the initial stages and then suddenly there was radio silence, or they seem to just disappear or stop connecting with you or communicating with you as frequently or maybe at all, then this video might be for you. Because I am receiving a download about a specific group within our collective that is going through an experience where someone has been disconnected from their life, from their reality, at least temporarily. Now, of course, we're going to get into those details to see if this is someone who has the potential of shifting onto your frequency level and possibly reconnecting with you more frequently. I'm hearing they can't connect with you frequently unless they get on your frequency. So that might be a message for someone right away. I heard the name Tom for someone listening here. I also got the letter initials L, I, and M. So those might be in someone's name. I'm seeing the number 777, getting something about clouds. So I know that these are a lot of hyper-specific details, so keep in mind that whenever I channel specific names, symbols, numbers, dates, details, etc., these are typically meant to connect with specific individuals. So don't worry if these aren't connecting with you personally. Of course, at the end of the day, it's really your intuition that is the compass for your life experience. So I recommend listening to your intuition above all else. Okay, the first card, of course, to come out here is the High Priestess. And I feel that the reason this card is wanting to come out is because you must be reminded of your baseline frequency, your natural energy. For someone listening here, it may have been very startling, confusing, maybe even disappointing when a specific person disconnected from your life. And that is why someone's spirit guides are coming in to remind you that your natural energy is one of the High Priestess. You are someone who radiates a very rare energy. I'm literally seeing this kind of grid in my mind of lights, and you are this very bright light at the center of the grid that is, as a byproduct, illuminating all of these other lights around it. And that is just one visualization of how your light, your frequency, your energy so positively uplifts and influences the people around you. But I'm getting someone may have been resistant to that light. Whoever this person is, they may be someone that I'm hearing you may have noticed signs about, meaning signs that this person was not on your level in terms of frequency and energy. Specifically, this may have been someone who felt very threatened when you spoke about your successes, threatened by how much you loved yourself, how empowered you are, the kind of life that you're living, the way that you communicate yourself so confidently. This may have been someone who approached you first, which might make this all the more confusing. And I'm getting, if this person approached you first, they had their eye on you for a long time. I'm getting a wave of chills as I'm channeling that. There's a very powerful energy coming through here. This is someone who was, in a sense, watching you, waiting for a window of opportunity to connect with you. And I feel they took that window of opportunity and reached out or approached you or met you or connected or reconnected with you in some way. And again, that makes this all the more confusing for you, because you might be wondering, if this person connected with me first or reached out to me first, then why are they suddenly detaching or disconnecting? Well, this is someone who sensed the power of your energy and your frequency. It caused them to feel magnetically drawn towards you. And yet something surprised them about you as the two of you began connecting. And specifically, I'm getting your intuition, your connection to your intuition and to the spiritual realm, and your sense of confidence really surprised this person. They may have approached you because they found you to be physically attractive or a very beautiful person, regardless of whether you are a man or a woman. They may have found you to be very enticing, very intriguing, very mysterious, but they were surprised and have been surprised to uncover how confident you are and how connected you are to the spiritual realm. So, what can I channel about how this person has felt about you? I just keep getting this energy of surprise, like so much about you has truly surprised this person. Let's see if we can get more on that. Okay, so they're surprised by how quickly their feelings progressed when they started talking to you. This is someone who was intrigued by you and who intentionally decided within themselves that they wanted to take things very slow, but they feel as though they were failing at that because your energy is so addicting to them that it caused them to want to move very fast. So again, a confusing element of this might be that the communication between you was moving forward very, very quickly and then just suddenly dropped off. That's because, in part, this person became afraid of how quickly, I'm hearing, they wanted you to be part of their daily life. I'm hearing pausing, recalibrating, taking a break. That might be what this person in their own mind is doing through dropping off their communication here or detaching themselves. But let's channel more into that a bit. What is this person hoping to achieve by detaching themselves? The Chariot. Oh, okay. So again, that number 777 coming out here. There might be Pisces energy here as well. But with this card, I see they're hoping to overcome something in their life. Now, it's almost like you as the High Priestess motivated this person to take a look at their life, to really evaluate themselves on a deep level, and they've felt themselves coming up short. It's like you've inspired them to want to be more disciplined in their life, to want to work harder, to be more focused. It's like you pushed all of this new energy into them that is now flooding through them, but it's being directed towards their own personal development rather than being directed towards communicating with you. And the reason for that is because quite simply, this person feels that they aren't on your level. Again, as we said at the beginning, this is someone who has been disconnected, at least temporarily, from your life because they're not on your frequency level. And now we're discovering through this reading that they're aware consciously that they're not on your frequency level. And that is why the energy that you've brought into their life is pushing them to want to discipline themselves, want to work on themselves. Not discipline in a negative sense, but it's like this person wants to create more structure in their life. They may have been living a very unstructured life, kind of just apathetically moving with things. And you brought in this new energy, drive, motivation that they're now channeling towards self-development. I'm getting really strong energy around personal self-development. But ironically, as they're focusing more on themselves, they now may have in the physical detached from communicating as much with you. I am hearing again, afraid of how quickly it was moving. So that really does seem to be playing a role here, especially in regards to how quickly your communication was deepening or moving. So very specifically for some of you, it may be the communication element that's been moving really fast here. So this person might find you so addicting that they couldn't help but reach out to you constantly. They wanted to talk to you constantly, whether that's in person, on the phone, over text. It's like they just wanted to be in your energy so badly, so much of the time, that it kind of freaked them out because they've never reacted this way. I'm hearing it's like a chemical reaction. Maybe someone is involved in a scientific field here or something, but it's like they never have encountered a person that has caused them to want to say so much. This actually could be a quiet or shy person in general. This may be someone who typically isn't that outgoing or that loud, but somehow with you, they find themselves wanting to talk all the time, wanting to, I'm hearing share life stories. Maybe this person shared a lot of their life with you. The word funny is coming out. This person might really feel as though you have a great sense of humor, or you bring out their funny side. Humor might just be something that's really, really strong in your bond. I'm getting a lot of page energy as I've been shuffling here also. So it's like this is most likely a fairly new connection, and that's playing into how this person is feeling. They're wondering how they're feeling so addicted to someone that they've known for possibly such a short period of time in the physical world. Something just isn't adding up for them. I'm hearing it adds up to a soul connection, but it's almost as though they're resistant to the idea of this being a soul connection. That in itself kind of scares them, and it also might defy their typical sense of logic and reason. But I keep getting this 5 of Wands reversed, this energy of compromise. And I have to say, I feel that you may have felt when you were communicating more with this person that they were trying to compromise with your high priestess energy or get you to compromise on yourself. I'm not sure why, but I keep getting this sense that this person may have tried to get you to compromise on things that are important to you, or that in order to keep connecting more with this person, you would have had to compromise. And I feel you chose not to compromise on yourself, on maybe your beliefs or your sense of vision and passion in this life. Maybe this not compromising was just choosing not to dilute yourself so that this person would be less intimidated by the idea of connecting with you. I feel there just was this point where you could have chosen to compromise on some of your values or some of who you are, and maybe kept this person in your life in a stronger way at this time, because they were trying subconsciously to get you to compromise on something that you weren't willing to compromise on. And it's almost like, although this situation might be disappointing at the moment, your guides are really applauding you for not being able. It's funny, I meant to say not being willing to compromise, but what came out is not being able to compromise. So it's almost like you quite literally cannot allow yourself, like internally, you feel that you simply can't compromise on certain things within yourself or within your life. And that is so beautiful. I do want to channel a bit more into what those things are that you might not be willing to compromise While I'm shuffling, I also want to share with you that if this is resonating, I really recommend my subliminal for love, Magnetism. This subliminal is designed to help you clear out any blockages that you might be storing in any of the 7 chakra centers when it relates to love and romance, and it works through your subconscious mind. So subliminals are audio meditations that contain unconscious spoken affirmations. And these affirmations are designed to bypass the conscious filter of the mind, which allows them to make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. So subliminals are a really powerful tool for harnessing the power of your subconscious mind and shifting your energy very quickly. I have personally seen more results using subliminals than any other manifestation tool in my life. So I am now sharing my own personal library of them with all of you through my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. So you can find this Love Magnetism Subliminal in the Love and Relationships category in the app. And again, this will really help you to realign yourself with really your core state frequency, which is unconditional love, but which is also the most powerful and magnetic energy on the planet. So the Love Magnetism Subliminal can be used to deepen, harmonize, or manifest a connection with a specific person. It can also be used on a daily basis in a general sense to simply attract more love, positive interaction, and positive attention into your life. So the link to download the Sound and Soulful app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so let's get some more messages about what you weren't willing to compromise on. A very celebratory time in your life with the Ace of Cups in the upright position. A time where you are really living in the moment, where you are moving with the flow of your life. Maybe this is someone who wanted to kind of control you or tie you down in some sense in a way that felt contradictory to your intuition. It's almost like this person wanted to put you in a box mentally to make themselves feel bigger or better than you, or at least on your level, and you weren't willing to compromise on that. You weren't willing to allow yourself to be labeled in a certain way or to be put in some kind of box. Maybe this person even tried to humble you or kind of bring you down a notch or something. I don't know who that's for, but it's almost like subconsciously this person may have tried to kind of undermine you or undermine some of your successes, but I'm hearing they weren't able to. They realized that they couldn't undermine you because who you are radiates such a clear, powerful signal, and you are so confident in who you are that it's like there are so many obvious things about you that are so wonderful and magical and beautiful that this person couldn't possibly undermine you. And maybe they thought that they could for a while, but now they've clearly realized that that is impossible. Now I'm getting something about your social life. So maybe this person was threatened by how social you are or how connected you are with your community or the people around you, how active your life is, how so many people seem to just really like you or connect with you. Now, I know for some of you listening, you may be more of kind of in a hermit mode, at least in phases and stages of your spiritual journey. But when I'm talking about the way you socially affect others, this is actually separate from your physical socialization in person. This is about anyone who sees you, connects with you, interacts with you, seems to just warmly respond to you, even if you aren't actively going out and initiating those connections, even if you feel like you're more introverted right now, which I know might be the case for some of you. It's more about the way that you so positively affect and influence other people. somehow something about that has subconsciously made this person feel a bit threatened here. So what else about you have you not been willing to compromise on? I'm hearing the way you pour yourself into things that you love causes your energy to light up. The way that you live so passionately, this kind of outpouring of your energy is truly one of the most beautiful things about you. And it's kind of conflicted because this person simultaneously admired that about you. In fact, I feel that's a lot of what caused them to approach you or connect with you in the first place. And yet ultimately, it's almost like they don't have that same kind of passion for their own life. Now, this is someone who may have tried to put on that passion, who tried to kind of make you or other people believe that they were passionate in that way about something, but it was almost artificial. It wasn't really quite there in a genuine way. And it's almost like they felt exposed for their own apathy. They felt like the apathy that they really had towards their life was coming through to the surface somehow through their interactions with you. I'm hearing they both loved and hated how clearly you saw them. You saw this person so clearly. And that's why they wanted to communicate so much and so quickly and so deeply with you. And that's also why they ultimately seem to get a little bit afraid and maybe even detach here. Now, I do kind of want to shift focus because earlier we spoke on how although there has been a lot coming out here about them being afraid of how you connected with them and how deeply you saw them and all of those kinds of things, there was a positive element here as well, because this is someone who also seemed to be extremely motivated from connecting with you. They seemed to be deriving some sense of energy and motivation that they were directing towards personal self-development, possibly towards creating more structure in their life, towards different goals. So I'm going to be reshuffling, and I want to know how this person is channeling the energy. Whoa, okay, so we have the High Priestess again after I reshuffled the entire deck. Okay, so how are they channeling this energy? They're channeling it. This is a bit surprising. I wasn't expecting this to come out on this person's energy. So you not only are coming up as the High Priestess, but you are actually automatically beginning to connect this person more with their inner high priestess, more with their own intuition, their own spiritual wisdom. This is really unexpected because this person is coming out as someone who might be much more logically oriented. Something about water is coming out here. Maybe a water sign is involved here. I want to know more about how you are pushing this person to connect with their own spirituality. Wow. Okay. Settling. So you are revealing to this person a truth about themselves, the truth that they've been settling in certain areas of their life. How has this person been settling? Yeah, they're realizing they've been settling, which is part of what's motivating them. They've been settling by hesitating. So I feel like this is someone who, whenever an opportunity comes to them, they react indecisively rather than seizing the opportunity, even when it's something they're really excited about. It's almost like this person stomps out and stifles any passion that starts to come out for them because they tell themselves it's too good to be true. This might be someone who's a bit cynical or pessimistic in general. But something about you and your energy is revealing to this person internally that they've been settling, and how they've been settling is by hesitating whenever their heart pushes them towards something. Now, ironically, that's exactly what they're doing with you. they're feeling this energy, this passion. And just like with every other area of their life, they're snuffing out that passion in the early stages because it half scares them, because it would require them to grow and to change. And so just like with every other opportunity that's come into their life that they feel excited about, when this opportunity has come in to connect with a high priestess, they're stomping out that opportunity internally, telling themselves it's too good to be true. With the runner in the upright position, you're also revealing to this person their own patterns of avoidance or their patterns of running away when things get good or when they are about to receive everything that their heart has desired. And again, you're showing them this in an isolated example through how they are currently running from this connection. But this isn't limited to love and romance. They are doing this in so many different areas of their life, and it's deeply holding them back on a spiritual and energetic level. And that's part of why you've entered this person's life, to connect them again with their inner high priestess, which is their intuition, which is their own spirituality, which is meant to be revealing to them that they tend to hesitate. They have this pattern of hesitating whenever something manifests in their life or begins to manifest. When an opportunity comes in, they actually run away from what their heart really desires. I feel they might be dealing with some kind of deep worthiness wound here, so that might be coming up. Yeah, somehow they feel as though their hands are tied or like they're trapped or restricted in something. I'm hearing pressure to be silent. So if you were communicating a lot with this person and they suddenly went silent, they're feeling like they were almost forced to go quiet, or there was this pressure to be silent for some reason. In some cases, this is feeling like an external pressure. So for some of them, they may have had some external person, force, circumstance in their life that was telling them to stop communicating here. For others of them, it could have been an internal pressure. I do want to get more into this. They may have done something reckless that led to a lack of independence or a lack of stability that may have happened very suddenly for them or set them back in some way. And that may have only amplified their already pre-existing feelings of unworthiness of connecting with you. So this may be someone who, for example, may have, interesting. Okay, so we have the devil. As I was saying, this may be someone who I'm hearing may have slid back into an old pattern that you temporarily broke them out of. This may be related to their mind, their mental health. Of course, I am not a mental health professional, so I always recommend speaking to a mental health professional with any issues or concerns you might have. And I can't give diagnoses or anything, but this is reading like this person might actually have really deep, dark mental patterns that are kind of like this fog that comes over them suddenly that they may have not spoken to you about or been open about, that you might have no awareness of at all. Now, if it's not related to their mental health, this actually could be something else in their life. This could be something that they've been very secretive about that causes them to make empty promises. Okay, they have this pattern of, I'm hearing future faking. Maybe this person was future faking you in a sense by making all of these promises, making plans. I'm hearing the two of you may have talked about specific plans or travels or adventures or things you wanted to do in the future. I'm seeing something about someone's car here, or like a van. Maybe you were going to travel in a van or something, van life. I don't know. But I feel that they approached you planning to kind of do what they usually do, where they are kind of future faking. They're not necessarily doing this maliciously. It's just that this is someone who feels as though they aren't really capable of providing something deeper, more stable, more long-term. So it's almost like they subconsciously seek out connections where they can kind of just make these empty promises and talk about the future and connect on this like light, fun, flirty level. But the problem with you is they tried doing that with you, but it was just entirely different. The whole caliber of the connection was so different, and it moved way too fast, and the connection was getting too deep, and the communication was moving too quickly. And truthfully, they were becoming too attached to something that initially they may not have meant to get attached to. And that might be playing a really strong role in why this person actually may have pulled back so suddenly. But again, I keep getting this energy of them actually committing themselves to their own life, to wanting to better themselves, wanting to work on themselves. So that is the positive side of this. Now, I know many of you are probably wondering how or if this could potentially move forward. I mean, right now, this person seems to be dealing with a lot that is really heavy, a lot of feelings of unworthiness, possibly those things related to their emotional world or their life. But there's also this positive energy here where they're channeling all of the motivation that you brought into their life and putting that into self-development, working on themselves, bettering themselves. So I want to know the strongest future timeline potentials. Now, of course, we're reading potentials based on the current energy, but you are the conscious creator of your life. So by aligning your frequency and shifting your frequency with your desires in the now moment, you can align with any potential timeline that you desire. I am just reading the strongest futuristic timeline potentials based on the current energy. I do see this person overcoming those obstacles in their personal life that we were talking about them really putting energy into now, even if that means that they are temporarily detaching. For some reason, I wanted to say distracting themselves from you, because I do feel that you're still very strongly and always on this person's mind. It's almost like they have to distract themselves from you by focusing on themselves, working on themselves. We do have the Page of Cups here as well. So I see it's very likely that they might come forward in some kind of a warm way, but it's going to have a page energy, meaning it might seem on the surface like a very small gesture. This could be something very light and playful with the Six of Cups. There's almost the element of the inner child here. This person may be coming back in with a small gesture and trying to connect in some kind of a playful way here. Ultimately, though, I see there being some kind of culmination or manifestation. So if you are desiring to manifest a specific outcome with this person, I feel that being a very strong potential. But I'm hearing if that's the case for you, if you have a specific outcome you've been desiring to manifest here, then it's essential for you to shift your focus to the positive, to think the best of this person and situation, even in the silence, even if there's a separation here, because shifting your energy in a more positive state will actually facilitate and move along whatever you desire to manifest, that wish fulfillment here with the Nine of Cups. And of course, if you need assistance with shifting your energy, then my Love Magnetism Subliminal could be really powerful for helping you shift the energy around this person and situation to manifest more of what you're desiring here as far as outcomes. And as I said earlier, you can find the Subliminals app by searching Sound and Soulful in the app stores. You can also download it directly by clicking the link in the pinned comment or description box under the video. But I am going to go ahead and close this reading here. This is very much feeling like a complete thought for the reading. So I know it's been very specific. I hope this has reached you if it was for you. If you did receive a message that was for you, or you co-created some aspect of this reading, I would love to know that. in the comments under the video if you do feel guided to write a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more energy updates, inspiration, and information. And of course, if you do resonate with my energy in a general sense, then I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I hope you're all doing really well. I am sending you all so much love and light energy. Have a beautiful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.